Prior to that, actually, I wanted to get into real estate two other times, and I was talked out of it by the agents or the brokers that I interviewed with, just basically saying that a lot of people don't make it into this industry. And that made me nervous about getting into real estate. So I asked questions. I was like, who should I talk to? Who's going to help me kind of have the best start and have the best chance at making this a successful business for me? You hear the stats that the majority of people that get into real estate fail in the first couple of years. So I really wanted to join a company that provided a lot of training and support and opportunities. And I ended up joining a team. They took the biggest split, but for me, it was more about the education and the training that I was going to get. And eventually, if the value doesn't equal what I'm paying, then I can make a change. You're an independent contractor; you can always do that. So I asked a lot of questions, but in the beginning, I didn't ask the right question. I didn't look at it like I was actually hiring a broker. I looked at they were hiring me. And
Hmm.
if you change your perspective on that and just start thinking about like you're actually hiring a company to help you get started in real estate, because as a real estate agent, you're the one making the payments. I asked questions and I found the best fit for me. And they were part of Keller Williams originally. And I learned a lot. I still have good connections with the people that started the team. I still reach out to them for advice. A lot of the people that were on the team with me at that point are top producers in the business today, but they made a lot of changes almost too fast and didn't involve the team members in those decisions, which I think led to the team kind of falling apart. So
Well,
originally
you
they were
also
Keller
mentioned, I
Williams.
mean, I don't know if you were planning on sharing this, but I feel like this is pretty interesting. The fact some of the decisions they were making around money and like buying a $40,000 printer. I mean, you must have been printing a lot of promotional items, or like, what do you even print where you have to justify buying a $40,000 printer for a real estate team?
They were printing their own postcards. So putting postcards out there costs a lot of money, but there are services out there that you can hire to print your postcards for you, and you don't have the risk. You probably pay a little bit more for the postcards when you hire somebody to do it, but you don't have to buy the ink. You don't have to like
Yeah.
bundle them. There's like so much taken off your plate. But yeah, they made a change from Keller Williams to go independent, and then opened a couple locations, which kind of I think was a great idea, but it just went too fast. And then a couple of their key players, agents that were really top producers on the team, decided to do something different. We were alerted that they were changing or going independent basically the day it happened. There was no involvement in the decision of changing brokerages or changing companies. I recently actually changed just from one Keller Williams to the other. And my whole team knew what we were doing. They were involved in the discussion. We took 17 agents from one office and moved them over to another one, and no one left, which I
Well,
think
part of that's probably what you learned from your experience the first time when it didn't go well. I'm guessing you applied all the things that kind of hurt you in the process. You want to make sure you took care of your people.
yeah, I mean, you're told as a real estate agent that you are a business. And as a business, you should be in charge of making your own decisions on what you want to do with your business. I think part of that is who you're associated with. So if you're going to change brokerages, the people that are affected should have the same, I guess, opportunities that you do to think about it, to make sure it's the right decision for them, to be involved in the process, and to be able to ask questions and not just say, like, hey, you're coming with and you don't have a choice.